Hi, fourth grade, and welcome back to Math with Mr. G. I'm here for my students at the Syracuse Academy of Citizenship. Today we're going to be going over some of the problems off of our very last lesson for Mission 6. We're on Lesson 16. We'll be starting our next mission tomorrow, which will be dealing with angles and lines and a number of other things related to that. But for today, we're going to be going over the very last part of this mission. Okay, so you can see here I have a word problem, and it reads, David's mother told him that he could keep all the money he found under the sofa cushions in their house. Okay, simple enough. David found 6 quarters, 4 dimes, and 26 pennies. How much money did David find altogether? So you can see here on the side I have our cubes method, and we're going to follow this through to then solve this in the best way possible. So I will use my blue marker first. We need to circle important numbers. So we have 6, 4, and 26. Check. We need to underline the question you need to answer. So how much money did David find altogether? Straighten that out. There we go. Okay. Next, I need to box the key math words. These are words that tell us the operations we need to do, as well as any kind of key points. So altogether tells me I'm adding up all of our answers. Additionally, with all the money. So next we need to evaluate and eliminate unnecessary information. So very simply, I can get rid of pretty much everything in that very first paragraph. We don't really care where the money's coming from in terms of solving this. So now we just need to solve and show our work. Very simply, we're going to convert these all into decimals first so that we can add them at the end. Clean this up a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's work on this. So David found 6 quarters. So we know a quarter is worth 25 cents. And we have 6 of them. So I'm going to multiply that times 6. Now, the key when multiplying with decimals is to notice how many decimal places you have. We have 1, 2 of them. That's going to be the same in our answer. And then we just follow typical multiplication rules. So we're going to multiply 6 times 5, which is 30. Carry the 3. 6 times 2, which is 12, plus 3 is 15. 5, 1. So 6 quarters is equal to $1.50. Next, we're going to do the same thing with our dimes. Dimes are worth 10 cents, and we have 4 of them. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 1 is 4. Bring my decimal down. So we know that dimes, this is worth 40 cents. Next is our 26 pennies. So we know pennies are worth 1 cent. And we're going to multiply that times 26. 6 times 1. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 0 is 0. And this is just like 2 by 2 multiplication, so I'm going to be following those steps. 2 times 1, placeholder, I'm sorry. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 0 is 0. So I can now add 6 plus 0. 0 plus 2 is 26. Bringing my decimal down, we have 2 places, so 26 cents. So now that I've converted all these into decimals to find the total value, I can now add these together to find all 3 values together. So I'm going to first just give ourselves a little bit more room here. I'm going to put my $1.50 here. And I don't like adding more than 2 numbers at a time. So we're just going to do this step by step by adding the dimes to the quarters first. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 4 is 9. bring down my decimal because I've lined them up, bring down my 1. So $1.90. So we've added this and this. Now we're adding our 26 cents. And I'm just going to do that right here with this. I don't need to make a new one. Zero plus 6 is 6. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So $2.16 all together is our final answer. Check off the work I've completed and circle my final answer. So these are all the steps that we need to follow to solve a word problem like this. So again, just to sum up, we used the cubes method to break down the word problem. We then converted all of the values, quarters, dimes, and pennies, into decimals so that we can then add them to find the altogether part of this. And then we found our altogether to be $2.16. Today's the very last day for this mission, so do your absolute best on this, and I look forward to seeing all your work. Expect an intro video tomorrow for the next unit, especially for those of you that are caught up. If you're not caught up, you're not going to be able to participate in tomorrow's video until you catch up on these lessons. I'll be leaving these lessons for this mission for about the next week or two before I archive them. I'm going to put them in an old lessons part for people that maybe are just joining us or people that are still catching up, and to make things a little more organized for people who are right where I am now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.